Hey guys, so unfortunately I'm not able to be there in person to do this, so I will be doing my presentation via this video. I'm here in New York for the week and I've been called back for a project, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Anyway, all of us know that I have researched Bob Fosse and Jerome Robbins to create a piece in the style of their work. I chose these two because since I was a child, my parents took me to Broadway musicals, either in New York City or on tour, but for as long as I can remember, we always took trips to the city to see these incredible works of art. And this is something that I'm so passionate about. This is something that I want to do with my career, so I really wanted to kind of bring what I love to the dance department. So I began researching them formally last year. I was on a trip to New York City and I went to the drama bookshop and came across books on the lives of Jerome Robbins and Fosse. And I read sections of them, took some notes as well as articles, and I did a lot of research with videos. Videos were definitely a big component to my research, especially when it came to choreographing my piece. I discovered as I was researching that Bob Fosse and Jerome Robbins both were very famous for very different things, which is another reason why I chose these two very contrasting people to research and to make a piece about. Fosse, if I had to name something that he really kind of revolutionized in the Broadway dancer world, that is that he made small movements the focal point of his choreography. When you see a Fosse piece, there's always moments that are just very subtle but to the music, and it's honestly so amazing and incredible to watch. Where Robbins, obviously a very balletic based choreographer, he's from New York City Ballet, but he made his dancers people on stage. They were not these fairy tale, ethereal like beings. They were very real. They had real relationships. So that was something that I really looked into when creating my piece. And when I created the pas de deux between the two Fosse inspired sections, I didn't necessarily want there to be a storyline, but I wanted to hint to the audience that there was something between both Alexis and Lucas. So, I definitely had trouble at some points creating material that was not plagiarizing, that was still respectfully saying this is inspired by, but still my own. That was definitely a struggle of the process. But the big thing for my research that I looked at was how did these two prolific artists inform the future, like today's modern day of musical theater. And honestly, in the last few years, we've seen Christopher Wheeldon and Justin Peck from New York City Ballet start choreographing shows on Broadway, like An American in Paris or Carousel, which I recently saw both of those. Even the revival of On the Town a few years back, which I saw that as well. So those are very good representations of like the past coming through to today. And also, I recently have seen Hamilton, and also another show that I love so much, Bandstand, which was contrasting from Hamilton, a big swing dance show, but choreographed by the same choreographer of Hamilton, which really focuses a lot in hip-hop and very commercial styles. But you see this man who has a background, a training in understanding in like the Fosse technique, creating these new works, but you still see these inspirations of the past. So I thought like both sides between the balletic shows and like these still the modern day shows, there's still a thing. It's just, it's now in a new light for the new generation, and I find that to be very inspiring. But yeah, that essentially just seeing where all of this has come to is the focus of my paper. And it was wonderful to be able to share all of this knowledge and passion that I have with all of you. So thank you, and I hope you all enjoyed this.